As introduced, I'm PIP Joe Preston. I served as the 98th president of Lions Clubs International in 2014-2015. Thank you for joining this Michigan Lions virtual symposium. This pandemic has really disrupted the way we do business, the way we raise funds and provide humanitarian service. For some clubs, they've totally shut down, stopped doing anything, and yet other clubs have thrived and prospered. Why? There are keys to success: being creative and adapting to this new world that we live in. My topic is virtual service projects. You know, I love being a Lion. I love the service that we provide to others, especially those in need. You know, when you think about it, service is really the glue that has held together Lions Clubs International for over 100 years. Service can be the beacon that will guide us through this pandemic, and service can be the uniting force that will drive us successfully forward well into the future. Here is a recently released video that captures what we're doing, where we're going. Let's see the video.
LCIF is a global force for the good of humanity, supporting the efforts of more than 1.4 million Lion members embedded in communities across more than 200 countries. For over 100 years, wherever there's a need, there's a Lion. Up close, local, getting it done, seeing it through. So when the pandemic locked down 1.3 billion people worldwide, Lions and LCIF were already there, finding new ways to serve the communities from a safe distance. But this too shall pass. And when it does, Lions Clubs International Foundation will continue to distribute grant funding where it will be needed most, and a network of 48,000 clubs in every corner of the globe will continue to answer the call. A call that rings louder in the wake of COVID-19. From fighting childhood cancer to being a beacon of hope for the blind, for massive gains in combating diabetes, to feeding the hungry, no matter where Lions are. From Italy to America, from Kenya to Japan, LCIF stands at the threshold of one of the greatest comebacks in human history. And there's just one more person we need to answer the call.
Isn't that an impactful video? My home club showed it at our last club meeting. Our members were very impressed. I encourage you to do the same. I think that's a video that every one of our members should see. Did you see that Michigan Lion Sue Daniels was in that video? She's quite a lion. You know, I love what it said. We stand at the threshold of one of the greatest comebacks in the history of the world. This really is a pivotal point for Lions Clubs International. But when we as Lions set our minds to doing something, there really is no holding us back, especially when we focus on bettering our communities and expanding our service reach and impact. So let's look at some ways to providing meaningful service in safe but effective ways. Some are totally virtual and some are organized virtually but require some personal interaction, but with new safety protocols. One Lions Club in New Hampshire has teamed up with their local food pantry and a dollar store. They put them together and they get the pantry and store to communicate on a regular basis, and the food pantry tells the store what items they're running low on. And so the store then prints out and distributes a list to each customer that comes into the store saying this is what the food pantry is short on. And it has a gentle ask for the customers if they'd like to buy that for the food pantry. This has provided an additional 200 pounds of food each week because of this project. And the Lions just manage it virtually and just coordinate it. You could arrange a virtual interview with a senior citizen, asking about their childhood and their past, and then maybe share that video with the senior family, with the consent of the senior. Get your club to actively get involved in some neighborhood watch programs. From the safety of their own homes, they can provide a really service for their neighborhood. You know, I read recently in the Lions magazine that the Portage Lions clubs here in Michigan cut fabric and wires to make protective masks. Really great job, Lions. You and your members can promote good nutrition. Get your club to collect easy, healthy, fun recipes and share them on your club's Facebook page or some other social media. Create a video on depression and where to get help and post that on social media. You don't have to be an expert to point people towards help. Want to have some fun? Organize a virtual talent show for one of your local schools. You can do it for the entire school or specific grades. You could offer prizes and trophies. Maybe you could even discover a new rising star. Get your club to adopt a nursing home. Find ways to send residents messages or cards on an ongoing basis. FaceTime with them. Help these seniors overcome their self-isolation. And you can use social media to post articles on avoiding or controlling diabetes. Lions Clubs International has a wealth of information that you can select from. I read about one club that bought concentrate for disinfectant concentrate in bulk. And then they took it and they mixed it into 5-gallon containers. And then they dropped off these containers at the fire stations. And they were to be used for ambulances. After each call, those ambulances have to be totally disinfected inside. So this was a big hit and filled a major need. You know, I haven't heard of a virtual project addressing childhood cancer, but there has to be various ways you could do it. Maybe your club could post information on social media or find and connect and provide support for the patients or the families of the people affected by childhood cancer. And you can do this all over the internet. One Lions Club is packaging antibacterial soap. They use this for outside for people like working at gas stations or car washes. One of the good things that really has come out of this pandemic is it has really forced us to find new ways to engage and connect with our members and to serve those in need. If you and your club members have access to a computer or a smartphone, you can stay connected with your community and lend a helping hand. You can write letters and send cards or send postcards to military overseas, and you can get your families of the members all involved in this project. You know, every year, Leader Dogs for the Blind, located here in Rochester, Michigan, has an open house for all the newly elected district governors. These governors come in and spend a few days there, tour the grounds, look at the puppies, watch the mature dogs that are in training with the visually impaired people, learning about programs. In fact, I think the governors even get to put on blindfolds and work with the dogs themselves to experience that. But this year they couldn't hold their open house because of the pandemic. So they did it virtually. They held free 1-hour sessions showing videos, giving virtual tours of the grounds, having contests and funds, and doing what they normally do in person. And it was effective. My point is, look at the projects and the activities that your club normally performs and think of how your club could do these virtually. You know, it may not work in every project, but I bet it will for many of your projects. One club is posting daily videos of their members reading childhood stories. You know, these stories aren't very long, but they have been really well received by the public. Ask your members to tutor children that are falling behind in schoolwork, or help them set up regular chats with students with special needs. In Connecticut, the Lions partnered with a local corporation. The corporation went out and bought material, and then the Lions individually sewed these and they cut the patterns and sewed surgical gowns. And then they distributed these to hospital workers all over the state. Now this project has spread to Texas and beyond. You know, you could set aside a club meeting where you can discuss virtual service projects, brainstorm, share ideas, and then narrow it down. Search for the needs in your community and then find ways to fill those needs. Remember, where there's a need, there's a lion. Your club can continue to serve effectively and safely, but it takes action to make it happen. Let's talk about some other creative ideas that do require some personal interaction. One of your clubs here in Michigan posted on Facebook that they'll drive voters to the polls, or they'll pick up and drop off absentee ballots. Some clubs are putting together coffee cups of goodies for veterans or goodie baskets for frontline workers. Club members put these together from the safety of their home, and then one of the members picks it up and gets them out to the public. And they coordinate everything virtually. One club was selling $20 tickets for a chance to win a barbecue for 16 to 20 people. That's a pretty good sized barbecue. One of the members hosted this event at the home, and it generated over $1,350 for local projects. Over 600 of it came from people in the community who really didn't want the party, but just wanted to support the cause. You know, you can offer to take a sick neighbor's dog for a walk. Collect gently used coats and get them to a center that can distribute them to the homeless or the needy. You know, as the cold weather approaches, that's a great project. Have your club members bake cookies and deliver them to shut-in people. Have your club decorate a Christmas tree and donate it to a nursing home or homeless shelter. One Lions Club is making face shields, and then they're placing the Lions logo on them. They distribute them to schools or care centers, a great public service and a good way to get the Lions name out in front of the public. Make up holiday baskets for needy families and arrange to deliver them, keeping social distancing. Don't limit yourself to your smartphone or your computer. Find ways to get outdoors. Get your club members involved in serving your community while using safe protocols. You know, it really is good to get outdoors. There are many environmental projects you can tackle, from cleaning highways, parks, beaches, to planting trees or collecting and recycling newspapers, plastic bottles, or cell phones. Being outdoors makes it safer to meet and to serve. Mother Teresa said, "The good you do today may go unnoticed. Do good anyway." Lions, please continue to do good things. The worst thing that your Lions Club can do is nothing. Please get out there and do good things. Share kindness. Make a difference. Find ways of connecting with your community. Be creative. I'd like to share something that I found in the Arabian Times magazine, and it's called Why Volunteer? And it's not for money, it's not for fame, it's not for any personal gain, it's just for love of fellow man. It's just to give a helping hand. It's just to give of self. And that's something you can't buy with wealth. It's not for medals worn with pride. It's just for feelings deep inside. It's that reward down in your heart. It's that feeling that you've been a part of helping others far and near that makes you want to volunteer. Let's get out there and show the world who we are, what we do, and why people should support us or consider joining us. And what better way to do this than through service that we provide to others? Lions, we stand at the threshold of one of the greatest comebacks in the history of the world. Let's get busy and let's get virtual. Before we open it up to any questions, let's watch a short video and listen to a song called We Serve, We Are the Lions, created by our virtual Lions. Thank you, Lions.
We awesome, baby!